Hi, my name is Steve Malla, and I am founder and CEO of Snax. Throughout my life, people have always said that I've been lucky. Lucky that I got this contract, lucky that I made this decision, lucky that I made this kind of money. But to be quite honest with you, I really don't believe in luck. I believe what people call luck is really a combination of two things: timing and preparation. I believe that life is about 90% preparation and 10% timing. If you work hard, you can prepare yourself with whatever goals you have in mind, and then when God presents to you the opportunity, you grab it. Hence, you become lucky. Snax is a smartphone application that allows users to order concessions from their smartphone at their seat, and then to have those concessions delivered directly to them at their seat, never having to wait in line again, and never missing a moment of their movie.
I'm ready for this my whole life.
I'll tell you a little bit more about Snax in a bit. I have been an entrepreneur since I was 11 years old.
Yes!
I began selling film and batteries to tourists in my father's electronics store during my summer vacation. I always thought about money, how to make it, how to spend it, how to make more money, and how to spend more money.
I'm talking about this.
Here's a memorable story that my classmates to this day remember on Facebook. I was 14 years old, and our school said that they had to cancel our 8th grade trip to Orlando because the school was, quote, short on funds, whatever that meant. I personally spoke to the principal and I made a deal with him, and I said, if I raised $1,000, would we be able to go? He laughed at me and said, yeah, sure, whatever. 10 days later, I brought him $1,000 cash, boom, right on his desk. And he kept his promise, and our whole trip went to Orlando. When I went to college, that's when all the fun really began. Making money was like taking candy from a baby. At the beginning of each semester, I'd go around and I would build lofts for people in their dorm rooms. I would deliver carpet, I'd help them set up their room, and I had the coolest room on campus. Then I found college football, and everyone at the University of Miami loves college football. I began selling t-shirts at football games. I'd hire like an art student and pay him like $50 to draw me up a custom design. Then I'd go to a wholesaler and buy plain t-shirts and print the shirts on a local printer and sell them door to door each week. I think the most money I made was when Miami played Florida State. Remember those wide right games? Well, I was there. During that week, I hired a few of my fraternity brothers, and we sold like over 500 shirts at $10 a piece. On Valentine's Day, I started a company called Cupid's Roses, and I'd go again door to door and drop off flyers underneath people's doors, just like the Chinese menus. And I made my girlfriend sit home by a landline, remember, no cell phones, and take orders all day. I think each year I sold between 200 to 300 dozen roses for $25 a piece. It was amazing. My father taught me best when he taught me a phrase in Hebrew. Now, I think the phrase goes something like this: Im yesh ratzon veyesh nacholet, zvuv yitfok tarnegolet. Now, if there's any children around, please cover your ears, because in English it means, with a little will and a little capability, a bee can fuck a chicken. Now, I think that's where the phrase, where there's a will, there's a way, probably came from. I made enough money doing my own businesses that I was able to buy my first car at the age of 18. My car was a Porsche 944. That's right. So fast forward a few years, and by the age of 23, I saved up enough money to open up my first retail clothing store on the beautiful resort town of Hilton Head Island, which is in South Carolina. I'm proud to say that I've been in business now for 21 years and have 4 stores. I have a surf shop, an ice cream store, a candy store, and a high-end women's fashion clothing store. Every summer, we all move up to Hilton Head, where I, my children, and my wife, we all run the stores. When I graduated college, I graduated with a bachelor's degree in architecture, and I went to Columbia University in New York to take a few classes in entrepreneurship. After college, I became a real estate developer, an architect, and a building contractor. About 10 years ago, I opened up a construction consulting franchise business, and out of 120 franchises around the country, my franchise was number one for 2 consecutive years. I built over 200 homes in 5 years with an estimated construction value of over $40 million. I'm proud to say that I'm 43 years old and I've never received a paycheck or a W-2 my entire life. Now, if that's not enough for you, then let me also add that in my spare time, I am an active volunteer at our local temple where I hold the position of executive chef. We feed over 150 people each weekend, and I sit on the board of another homeless feeding organization here in Fort Lauderdale. So as I said earlier, preparation and opportunity are everything. And that's how Snax was created. Here's what happened. 2 years ago, my father-in-law passed away, and my in-laws were married for 55 years. They did everything together. A few months after my father-in-law's passing, I decided to take my mother-in-law out to dinner, just to get her out of the house and to have a little sense of a normal life. After a few glasses of wine at a nice Italian restaurant, she began to talk about the first movie that she went to without her husband. And she began to get really upset, and I saw the sadness come over her face. And I said, "Why are you so sad?" She said that when she used to go to the movies with her husband, they had a routine. Her husband would go wait in line for the popcorn and get the soda, and she would go get good seats. And then she would tell her husband, who missed the first part of the movie, what happened. Why? Because the concession line was so long. Then she said that the line was so long that she missed the first 10 minutes of the movie. And it was one of those movies where a murder occurred at the first part of the movie, and then the rest of the movie was designed to try to figure out what happened. But because she missed the first part of the movie, she didn't understand the entire movie. Now, I know that there was a lot more than sadness there from just missing the movie. But at that moment, this warm sensation came over me like blood was rushing all over my body. Yeah, it could have been the wine, I know. But I don't know why I said this to myself. It was just like divine inspiration. But I said, why not just deliver the concessions to you at your seat? And bam! Snax became a reality at that moment. Here's a little demonstration of the workings of the application. At the movies, no one likes to wait in line. Here in South Florida, the average wait time on a Saturday night at the movie concession line is over 17 minutes. With Snax, it's a smartphone application that allows users to order concession from their seat and have the food delivered directly to them at their seat. Simply download and open the Snax application. Once the application is opened, GPS technology will determine your exact theater location and bring up that theater's main menu. Once you order and press a popcorn, you can choose the quantity of the item that you would like to order. Should you decide to continue ordering items, it will automatically bring you back to the main Snax menu. Once you check out, the customer's credit card information is personally stored for easy checkout. Confirming your order will then bring up the theater number, the row number, and the seat number that will be on the handrest in the movie theater. Confirm your order by pressing the button below, and a receipt is processed at the concession counter. Then a theater runner delivers the food directly to your seat, and you will never have to wait in line again for your concessions. Snax is currently in the early programming stage, and a beta version will be available by the end of next month. I am seeking $500,000 for the completion of the application and the start of the beta testing in 3 movie theater locations that have agreed to bring Snax into their theaters and become affiliates. Since that dinner with my mother-in-law last year, I have not stopped thinking, developing, dreaming, eating, sleeping, learning everything there is to know about phone applications and the different components and workings of my Snax application. Everyone I talk to loves Snax. They love the idea and they're ready to use it yesterday when they were waiting online at the movies. Here's a little statistic for you. 1 in 3 people surveyed by me do not buy concessions at the movies because the lines are too long. To be quite honest with you, I've never been so sure about something my entire life as I am about Snax. Even my marriage to my own wife was not as certain, to be quite honest. But no worries, we are happily married now for 20 years. And let me add just one small thing. The movie concession business annually, according to the Motion Picture Association of America, is a $3.5 billion industry. And that's just here in the United States alone. The revenue model for Snax is a nominal 10% fee from all the concessions that are ordered through the application portal. You do the math. Life is about preparation and timing. I've been preparing my entire life for this moment, and now the opportunity has been presented to me. Next time you're at the movies and someone turns to you and say, "Hey, go get me a popcorn," turn back to them and say, "Why don't you use Snax?" I'm Steve Malla, founder and CEO of Snax.